The spirit flutes are uniquely different from the native flutes. And primarily the big difference is that the way the air gets channeled over the sharp edge over here, which we call the fipple. In the native flute, you have about another 2 or 3 inches, and it's also known as a double-chambered flute because it has a chamber here which buffers the air and then it blows it across the sharp edge through the fetish. We don't do that here. Here it does not have a chamber. It's just right direct. It's only like about not even an inch from the fipple, the sharp edge that creates the sound. In the native flute, we've always said you need to create an embouchure where you create more pressure because it takes more pressure to drive the air through that chamber to get to the fipple. Here, you're right at the fipple, basically. So when you're putting too much pressure in, and you're used to using a lot of pressure, it can sound breathy and have an overtone. So it's about, in this particular case, it's not necessarily about so much air pressure. It's really just breathe into it. And also, every instrument is unique. You just got to experiment with it. How much pressure would work? How much just breathing into it will work? You still tongue when you breathe into it, but you're tonguing a little bit further back in your mouth instead of right there in front of you by your teeth. So it's about just backing off on the pressure a little bit and just get a feel for it. Every instrument is different, and especially because they're so subtle in terms of the airflow. I'm always amazed how much I learn every time I make a flute, because the air is so subtle in terms of its volume and what goes down the bore and what that goes out of the flute by itself. So just breathe into it. As opposed to pressure. Breathe. Because of the fact that it's so close to the fipple, you have more control over the note because you're right there, right at the edge. So you do get a little bit, you get a couple of extra notes, especially on the melody side. And it is quite a bit shorter, so it's great for backpacking and hiking. And if you have small hands, you're not cocking your wrist so much because you're much closer to your mouth. So give it a try. Breathe into it.